Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break your keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane. Living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't owe you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Hate, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it. I'm telling you, don't waste it. Life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, where you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape.
Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Did you guys miss me yesterday? I was up and on the road yesterday morning before the chickens even cracked an eyelid. So let me tell you about my day. So my mom had been out spending some time with her twin sister. And so she was flying in yesterday. And so anyway, she's where her twin sister live is in Eastern time zone. I'm in Central time zone, so the hour ahead, right? So my mom, I guess she forgot. So she starts texting me at like 5 o'clock my time, right? To let me know play by play what was going on, which is fine. That's what my mom does. So whatever. So I start getting, so I had planned to sleep for about another hour and a half before I actually headed to the airport. But she starts texting. Okay, fine, whatever. So I get up and I have some coffee and I just do the things, right? And so it gets time, and so I start driving to the airport. And I get about halfway there, and she texts me to tell me that she missed her connecting flight, and now she's going to be getting in a lot later. Well, it's like a 2.5 hour drive from my house to the airport, depending on traffic. I'm roughly halfway into the trip, right? So then the question becomes now, because Bridget was supposed to pick her up at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, now it's gonna be like 12:30. So right, so that's like 3.5 hours. So do I drive an hour back to kill for time for an hour or whatever, then turn around and drive back? That right? Well, I like the hat too. You can get it in my merch store, by the way, if you like your own hat. So of course you're not going to do that, right? So I chill and just kind of hang out or what have you. Then I went on down, finally get there, get my mom picked up, get back home, and then we use propane, right? And I don't know if you guys know what propane is, but it's like natural gas, but it's anyway, because we have a propane cook stove, our dryer's propane, we have auxiliary heat that is propane sourced. Our propane tank had one of the gaskets in it had wore out, and we had to have it replaced. Well, to do that, you basically have to disassemble the whole regulator assembly and everything to do this, because it was leaking propane, which is dangerous. So anyway, so exactly, propane and propane accessories. Hank Hill, there you go. I make Hank Hill happy. So anyway, so that dude, the gentleman that was going to work on that, calls, says, "Hey, I'm okay, right, whatever." My nephew was playing in his last high school football game. He's a senior this year, so his last high school football. So I want to do that as well. So I'm sitting here juggling all these balls. I've been up and going since 5 o'clock in the morning, and so I call the wife and say, "Listen, I can't cook supper. The guys here fixing our gas tank, and so I can't cook on the stove." So she goes, "Order a pizza." Okay, fine. So I order a little pizza from Pizza Slut, and we get so she stops, picks up the pizza. By the time she gets home, the dude has got the gas tank fixed. He's left. So we load up, we drive and it's cold. Oh my Lord in heaven. It was bitterly cold, which does a number on my joints, right? Because the arthritis. So we decided to just sit in the car, park up on a hill, eat the pizza, and watch the ball game, which is what we did. And it was a good ball game. It was very, very lopsided. My nephew's team just blew him out of the water. We left around after like the third period or so. We left, third quarter, whatever it is, we left, because I was hurting. I was just so sore. I get home to learn that Zolly Gets Real is doing a data dump of all data dumps. So Xylee, I guess, got the blessing. I don't know. I'm assuming she got the blessing. I'll put it that way. And she started dumping the group text. And everybody knows when I say the group text what I'm talking about, right? The thing that evidently Max and I didn't disavow, but we did, and I'm not going to get into all that. It's whatever. I've decided and come to the determination that it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't, even if I'm very succinct about it, even if I'm very clear, even if I break it down into freaking puree, it just doesn't matter, because either certain people are so disingenuous or going to continue to move the goalposts that it does no good. It serves no purpose. All it does is just continue on something that I honestly don't want to be engaged in anymore. I'm just, that's where I'm at with it. I don't have the energy, guys. I don't have the energy. I'm not fighting with people no more. it's just counterproductive to the way I want to live my life. Um, and what my whole intention was doing on this, if we're doing these shows and stuff, right? I mean, I don't do this show to fight with people. I don't do this show to expose people. That's not what this is. This, at best, is what I would call commentary light, right? We laugh, we have some fun. Sometimes we talk about some commentary or YouTube drama type stuff, but it's light. I'm not exposing nobody. That's not what I'm not doing. The big expose videos. That's just not what I do. I'm not smart enough to do something like that. I'm not talented enough to do something like that. I just want to maybe make you guys laugh a little bit. Hopefully we can have a few laughs together. And we can hopefully raise a little money that we can turn around and help other creators create content to entertain you guys as well, entertain myself. That's all I want to do, right? But, oh, my garden seed. But anyway, so I get home and Zali is, like I say, she's doing the data dump. And I'm like, okay, well, good. Maybe instead of just this trickle and selective type stuff, maybe we just get it all out and be done with it. Like rip the damn Band-Aid off, right? That was my thoughts, right? But I'm sure there are some people out there that will look at it different. And I guess, it's not that I think my views or opinions are the only views or opinions or even the best views or opinions. Heck, they're my views and opinions. That's all they are, right? I'm not out here trying to influence people. I'm not out here trying to make people, think that the last thing that I want anyway is a bunch of robots. I want you guys to be able to think and do things for your own. I trust that you guys have got, decent heads on your shoulders and that you've got gray matter up there and that you guys have the ability to go out and to read and to understand and to decipher, right? And you guys have your views and your opinions, and I respect those views and opinions. I may not agree with them, right? But that doesn't mean that they're not valid views or opinions. It just don't disagree, right? Like I know right now there's people that are taking real exceptions with me, like Leia something. Listen, if Leia something, right, does not agree with my views or my opinions, that's cool, right? I don't always agree with her views or opinions, right? But I'm not going to war. I'm just not going to engage where anyway. So if you guys were not aware, which I don't know how you could not be aware, that Zali was doing the big data dump last night. She did. The video's up. She's done part one. I can't remember how many hours. I went to bed. I couldn't stay up. I was like, I can't do this. I just went to bed. I crawled into bed. I got into my thermal sheets. I got good toasty warm. And I went to Slumberland, man. I was zonked. I was so tired yesterday. Because like I said, I've been up and going since like 5 o'clock yesterday morning. It was like 10:30 or so, 11 o'clock, I think, before I finally got in bed. This old man's gas tank was on empty. So anyway, so that was my day. I did miss you guys. I would have rather just had my normal routine of a day. Got up, did my morning show, worked for my, my job. And then that, yesterday evening, maybe went, caught a ball game, whatever, but the long day, but it's your mama. What are you going to do? Right? If your mama says, hey, I need you do what mama says, right? That's what we do. We take care of our mothers, right? So anyway, all right, so let's get into the things today. Let's go. We going to Cheese Factory. We're going to Cheese Factory. We going Cheese Factory. So let's do the things. All right. So remember, guys, this little cup won't solve everything, but it's a damn good start to every day. Even if you're not a coffee drinker, hey, I get it, right? But I'm just saying you might want to think about starting to become one. Hello? So anyway, so this first story that we're going to go over, okay? Now, there has been several YouTubers have made videos over this, right? Leon Lush has made a video over this. Who else did I see made a, Abba and Preach did a video over this thing and what have you. But I want to talk about this a little bit, right? So let me get this up here. Now, so this young lady here, right, is going out on a date. I'm making some assumptions, okay? I'm assuming that this is their first date, that they probably have met through some dating app or what have you. And they chit-chatted, as you do in those things, I guess. I don't know. I never used a dating app, so I don't know. I'm making a lot of assumptions here. And yes, I know when you make assumptions, right, you make an ass of you and me. And so I'm probably going to wind up making an ass out of myself over this, but that's okay too, right? So anyway, this young lady and this gentleman are going on a date. And so evidently everything had went fairly well up until this point, right? He had charmed her a little bit with his wit and witticism and what have you. And I guess she found him attractive enough to have accepted a date to begin with. And, I guess she, the same thing, right? I guess she was able to, what's my opinion on doxing? I'll tell you what my opinion is, Joshua Putman. Go watch the 2 episodes of Netpeckers. I think we pretty much succinctly tell exactly what we think about doxing there. Okay, and if that doesn't answer it and you can't extrapolate what my stance is on that, then I can't help you, and you're just too damn retarded. So, what's this? This video was scripted? Really? Well, okay, so I know that these two went on a talk show right after this, but I didn't think it was scripted. Send me your proof that or links or whatever on this, Trippy, to where this is scripted or not. So Charlie covered it. All right, well, hang on a second, guys. Let's shift gear, because I don't want. Here's the thing: if this was some sort of scripted thing just to get people like boomers like me, you know what, Joshua? I'm gonna tell you what. Here's the deal. The reason why, okay, here's what's gonna happen to you, right? You're gonna get a timeout, and here's why, right? D-Max and I did 2 podcasts where we went over that real succinctly. I just tell you that if you want to know my opinion is that you should go watch those podcasts. I just did a dialogue where I tell you I'm kind of over all this shit, and then you come in here and you start asking that. So I tell you what, Joshua Putman, I hope the fleas of 1,000 camels invade your crotch and torment you for the next 1,000 years, because you are a fucking moron. Boom. There you go. You wanted me to respond to you. You got your fucking response. How about that, dumbass? Y'all think I'm not playing. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm straight up fucking tired. I've answered, and it doesn't matter a goddamn bit what I say. It doesn't. You got ignorant motherfuckers that keep wanting to sit there and say, well, you didn't do this. I did not know I fucking had to just. Where's it at here? Oh, fuck. Charlie and his. Listen, I like Morse Critical. I do. I really do. But his thumbnails are all the fucking same. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's listen. Okay. All right, so let me go over here and let's go to YouTube video. Let's see what Morse Critical. It's 11 minutes. Let's see what he says real quick about this, because I didn't see this one.
The most embarrassing moments of their lives and then proudly posting it online has become an extremely common trend. I'm still not entirely sure if they do it out of pure delusion, thinking that they're in the right or it makes them look good, or if they do it knowing that they're going to be a punching bag and a spittoon for the internet to just make fun of and point and laugh at. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. I'm just happy to be brought along for the ride. They open up the door and they say, "Climb aboard, Charles. This train's bound for Cringe Town. Take your seat." So, I get to go on these pathetic journeys with our protagonists here, and today I've got a wacky one cooked up for you that I think probably a lot of you have seen, because apparently this went pretty viral on TikTok.
Woo. Let me just get the door for you. Okay.
So here's the thing, okay? Before we get too much into this, and we'll watch Morse Critical's. What now? Hang on here. Bear with me, guys. I apologize. Here's the problem. This very well could have been scripted. We'll watch Morse Critical's video here. Thank you, by the way, Trippy, for making me, because I don't ever want to put out, bad intel or whatever. Not intentionally anyway. The sad thing, it was just this believable, right? That that she would have, because the whole thing, I'm sure you guys have seen this, all right? He takes her out. He takes her to Cheesecake Factory. And by the way, guess what? I've never been to a Cheesecake Factory. Don't have one around here close by where I lived, I have no grounds or basis to say, is it good food, bad food? I don't know. From what I understand, I think it's similar to like an Olive Garden or something like that. But here's the thing too, right? And I don't think there's, and her whole thing is taking her to a chain restaurant for their first date. Okay, well, maybe I'm a little out of time here because I haven't dated and shit. We just started our 27th year together. So about 28 years, I guess. So I haven't dated in over 2 decades, almost 3. So maybe I'm a little bit out of touch, but I don't see a problem taking a date to like a chain restaurant, right? Now, granted, not like a McDonald's or a Burger King or something like that. I mean, I think that's a little bit much, you know what I'm saying? But here again, if that's what your budget can afford, right? If you ask a girl out and you say, "Listen, you make it where I'm not a rich person. I don't have a lot of money," right? So if it's like Weston Sizzler or Ryan Steakhouse or something like that, maybe it's like a little step above that, Texas Roadhouse, things like that. I think that's 100% fine in my book. Matter of fact, right? If your budget is McDonald's or Burger King, that's okay too, right? So, because the last thing I'll tell you right now, the last thing a person should do is put on airs of something that they're not, right? Don't be out here acting like you got, champagne and caviar budgets, right? And the truth of the matter is your ass is rolling pennies for gas money and fixing, bologna and cheese sandwiches because, you just ain't, that's just not where you're at in your life, right? Right. So why misrepresent, right? But then on the same note, right? Girls, don't be like this chick here. I don't know if it's scripted or not, right? But don't be so damn pretentious, right? That like someplace like Cheese Factory or whatever is not acceptable, right? I mean, I think that says more about you than it does the guy that you're going out with. I'll be honest with you. And that's not to say that, you can't occasionally have like there's times where I'll take my wife out to a very, very, very nice dinner, right? Where, it might be $40 or $50 a person, right? When it's all said and done. I think those are fine. We're at the stage in our life where we can afford to do that. And those are okay. But I'm going to tell you something right now, right? My wife, right, is happy with me, with us going to, like an Olive Garden, right? Or sitting down, or hell, she's okay with going through a Sonic every now and then. But my wife is a real person. She's not about putting on airs and stuff, right? But there's times when she puts on the nines, right? And it's like, okay, all right, people, step that shit up, right? So that's when we're going to the nice restaurant where it's gonna try. I'm gonna drop a couple of hundos and shit. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? On those special occasions, like her birthday or anniversary and stuff, right? But those are like rare occasions. It's not the normal, right? So anyway, let's get into this. Let's watch this here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna crank this on up here a little bit. What is this? Well, let's get the right deep. Okay, and then I'm gonna crank this up a little bit here because
he got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
That just
Yes.
irritates the shit out of me.
Our main character is upset because her date brought her to the Cheesecake Factory, and now she's refusing to get out of the car. Kind of like a toddler that refuses to get out of the car to go to school because they just don't want to go. She's just offended that he would dare take her to the Cheesecake Factory when that's not the most glamorous spot in the world.
Did you want me to open the door for you? Are you're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory.
God, this just feels so sinister. The video opens with him being pretty sweet. He's like, oh, would you like me to get the door for you? Like quintessential Disney chivalry, basically. And he goes around the side to get the door, and that's when he's ambushed with the realization, like, oh, you're recording me. And she's doing this all, like, very proud of herself for it, as if she's somehow, winning this whole exchange like it's some kind of competition. Like, he brought me to the Cheesecake Factory, so I'm gonna film and shame him for this in front of my whole audience. It's what he deserved. He commits the crime of taking me to the Cheesecake Factory, an unforgivable sin. Because she believes it's beneath her. She's entitled to the highest-end restaurant Bikini Bottom has to offer here. Not the Krusty Krab, not the Chum Bucket, but that one restaurant that takes place in the giant pirate ship. I forgot the name of it. And now that she's not there, she's having a tantrum and trying to put this guy on blast.
I assume that's all reference to like SpongeBob, because. Okay, general chat. Let me make sure I'm on the right one here, because it's possible that I got fooled. Okay. So let's switch up gears a little bit here, guys, because evidently I'm on the wrong one. So because I guess that was the original one he did. So I guess Morse followed it up. So let's see what he says here.
I hate to say this, sports fans, but unfortunately, I've been bamboozled. I've been schmeckeldorfed.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was played like a fiddle. The video I posted last night titled Worst Date Ever may as well have been titled Worst Blunder Ever, because I made a big mistake here. If this was an episode of Penn and Teller's Fool Us, I would have been thoroughly embarrassed by this trick and made as the prime fool for falling for it. The video is staged. It's all smoke mirrors and a script. Nothing about it's real.
Bring the smoke,
they made
Charlie.
it up.
Bring the smoke.
No one's tricked me this hard since the days when Chris Angel was making toothpicks disappear from his fingertips and I was 12 years old still drinking milk and sitting in my diaper. This was a big moment for me.
Charlie, why the hell were you still sipping in a diaper at 12 years old? Why? My dude, if you were still in a diaper at 12, somebody failed you somewhere, my son.
Recognizing that we've advanced far enough in our civilization where sometimes TikTok videos are convincing enough to be believable. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's get down to the brass tacks and the ass facts. This video comes from a user named Kevin Wesley Genie. And from what I can tell, he does occasional skits like this to talk about different things. So kind of like Darman, but believable and not over the top ridiculous. What was really smart, and I don't know if it was intentional or just one of those happy accidents Bob Ross talks about, is the fact that the video didn't blow up on his account. It blew up on a different account from a seemingly completely normal user. So it made it more believable and authentic, because if it came from the Kevin Wesley Genie account, it'd be super quick and easy to figure out that it's not real because you'd see other content like this on his page. So it worked out really well in his favor if he was trying to make this a viral video to talk about the modern dating scene or something like that. Now overall, it doesn't really change the video I made about it, since all I'm fucking doing is making jokes about it in the first place. All it changes is that it's not a real situation that I'm making jokes about. So it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but it is still something very silly and a bit embarrassing that I actually just got fooled by a fucking TikTok video. I would have never envisioned a future where there were actual decent actors on there that...
Well, hell. Trippy done blowed my out of the water. Nah, listen, it's cool, man. You just saved me from getting egg on my face. I appreciate that. I don't know. I mean, don't give me... No, you're fine, Trippy. You're not going to get a timeout. Timeouts, and I don't ever time anybody out. So if I time somebody out, you know you got to be some kind of special, right? So anyway, evidently that whole thing was a whole... And here's the thing too, right? She come back with another follow-up on this and stuff, right? So, I mean, they leaned into it pretty hard, right? So I guess, I don't know. I guess joke's on us, whatever, right? All I'll say is listen here, right? There for a while, people did not think too highly of my eyes are watering this morning. People didn't think too highly of this young lady. So I'll just say, you know, if you're okay with being known as, I guess, like the villain or whatever, I guess good for you, right? I mean, dadgum, y'all. Oh, Shonry's back. How you doing? We missed you, Shonry. But I know you got that new job and you're busy working and everything. But I'm glad you're able to join us this morning. Thank you. Oh, me. All right. So I guess we'll just move along to the rest of my stuff this morning. Lucky for me, let's see, go over here and here. So these are just some little stupid videos that I come across that I thought was kind of funny. So let's, this first one's pretty wild here. Let's see here.
Try getting up.
Now, can any of you guys do that? Honestly, any of you guys in chat, could you guys do that? Because I'm gonna show you what it looks like if I try to do that. You ready? That's
getting
me.
up.
That is literally me right there, right? That is literally me. This right here. Right here. That right here. That's me. That'd be it. I just fart and that'd be the end of me. I just call it done. Call it done. This one here, I've got to mute the sound on this because it's got copyrighted music, but this one is this one here is this one here is something else. So just watch this. So he's thrown this fake giant spider on this dude walking down the road. And the dude, again, this could be scripted. This is all fake or whatever. I don't know. But again, this is believable because I've seen some people that like last night. We're sitting there. We put the windows down so we could have a little fresh air in the car. A little gentle breeze was blowing. It wasn't too cold when we first got there. And we're having our little dinner, and we're munching on a little bit of pizza, whatever, watching the ball game, what have you. And I'm sitting there minding my own business, and this moth, I swear to God, this moth the size of like an American bald eagle, come flying into the window and started attacking me. And I'm sitting there with a slice of pizza in one hand, trying to get rid of this moth, and it's in my ears, it got in between my glasses and my damn eyes here. It was Mothman. It probably was Mothman. It probably was attacking my ass. So I kind of look like this guy in a chair trying to deal with that, in a seat, the car seat, trying to deal with the damn moth. So stuff like this type of stuff with this guy is just freaking out to no end, and he's just got. It's sure. I can buy that. 100%. Now this thing here, here's the deal on this deal, right? So this person here, right, posted this video, Figen, whoever this is, PhD, musicology teacher, Turkish woman. So she's got, this account has built 952,000 followers. I'm going to show you what the problem is with this video here. Ready? With 4 million views, that was posted 2 days ago. 2 days ago, and it's already got 4 million views. Watch this. And tell me if you guys spot the problem with this video. Did anybody pick up what was wrong with that video? Anybody? Snickering, hold on. What are we snickering about? I wonder who could have made this little meme. Oh, that's our good friend Ricky. Yeah, but here's the problem, guys. You ready? That's not Ricky Berwick's account. So they took and I remember when Ricky posted this back, it's been a while, been a long time ago when he posted that video. So they took an old Ricky Berwick, right? They took an old Ricky Berwick meme that he put out there, downloaded it off of Twitter, and then re-upped it sometime later. No, it's not Toxic Piplup. It is not. Hey, Harles, it's not. I was like, okay. No, it's someone called the Figen, F-I-G-E-N, Figen. I guess that's how you say that. Now they say here, DM for credit. But it was Toxic. Yeah, he very well could have, Toxic could have downloaded it and propagated it out. You're 100% correct. So this is purple. This is one that she sent out for this morning, right? So I can't play because it's copyrighted music. But this is what do you call it? A Halloween costume, right? From the Caddyshack, right? And the little baby here is the gopher, right? And the music that's playing is of course, I'm All Right, by Kenny Loggins from that classic movie. But it's funny. It's cute. The baby's just sitting there chilling and enjoying life. And probably everyone they knew exactly what it was and gave a good laugh and stuff. Right. I think that's cool. Right. I think that's cool as hell. All right. So you guys remember this lady here, this viral, where she said, you remember she said that motherfucker is not real, right? Remember that? And everybody speculated like she was having some sort of a mental breakdown and that she was like, seeing whatever it was. What, maggot? Oh, man. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You've got my attention, maggot. Oh, everybody give maggot edits a round of applause, right? Give her some attention because guess what? She got her original Twitter account back. And so we're celebrating maggot getting her original Twitter account back. So we'll give her claps. There you go, maggot. Everybody's clapping. Yay. Maggot, yay. She got her account back. We're happy for you, maggot. So the clipping queen is back. And I'm so happy for her. So anyway, remember all this? Well, she sat down and she did an interview, right? And listen to what she has to say about this whole thing. It was not what it was portrayed to be by the media and, so on and so forth. So listen to what she says in this interview she gives.
Can I ask again what you saw?
Yeah. The reason why I probably haven't come out yet, because it's like so cringe. I did not see anything.
What?
I mean, I think y'all knew that.
Okay.
We honestly had no idea.
Yeah.
You said you did.
No, I did not. The
Those
media.
motherfuckers.
You said this motherfucker's not real.
I said that motherfucker
is not real.
These. Or
okay.
Apologies.
Yeah. So I got in a bit of an altercation. It spiraled out of control. It was not my best moment. I mean, it was actually a horrible moment. It's absolutely mortifying. So
Everyone has
mortifying.
bad moments on planes.
Yeah, but mine, 450 million plus people have seen it.
Yep.
So she kind of had support, right? So she freaked out, was caught. I'm going to assume that she probably was having a confrontation with somebody, right? And of course, like most of these things, people pull out their cameras to record this shit, probably about at the tail end or halfway through the whole thing, right? So you don't get the full context, right? And this is what happened here, right? So, and hell, maybe they did get it all and they just cut it and clipped it up to make it look, crazier than what it really was, right? Because, she's, anyway, so she's kind of explaining all this stuff. But basically she was in an argument with the dude and she was like, the dude's not real. I'm sure the guy that she was in an argument with, whatever, having a disagreement with was like not being genuine, not being honest, that type of stuff. Who knows? You know what? I bet he told her that when they landed the plane, he was going to take her to the Cheesecake Factory. I bet you that was it. And I bet you she felt that, like, at this point in juncture, the Cheesecake Factory was just not the appropriate place to take her on a date. She probably felt like she deserved, like Ruth Chris or something, right? Not Cheesecake Factory. I'm just guessing. I'm kind of going out on a limb there, but I bet you that's right. What it was, right?
That many?
Pretty
Jesus.
That's a lot of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank God people don't think it's me though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool
so
with that. I'm
we-
cool with that. I'm happy if they don't think it's me.
So what you're saying is that clip that we all saw, that motherfucker's not real, is not like you thinking that someone is an alien. It was just the tail end of an argument.
It was an expression of speech.
Okay. So it was just like you had an argument with some guy on the plane, and then as you're leaving, you're like, that motherfucker's not real.
Yeah.
That's
Was it like
crazy.
an
It's just-
armrest? Like you guys are fighting
Yeah,
over
what
the
was the
armrest?
fight over?
This
Overhead space.
This is way less crazy, by the way. You're completely vindicated, like, because everyone obviously said they watched the clip and they're like, "Oh, what'd she see? An alien? What'd she see this?" It's like, no, she was just saying that motherfucker's not real.
yeah, I mean, so Daily Mail was like the first to like take it and run with it. And they're like, she saw a not real person. And I'm like, they are making me look batshit. I mean, and given I did, like I did look absolutely crazy. But no, I'm just was in my feels, needed to get off that. I was highly distressed. Not a good look. It was not a good situation.
Yeah. So was it?
It's not a good look.
So was it armrest? Guy smelled bad.
I was thinking
No, I
reclined
was
seat.
actually in the aisle seat, and I like gave up my aisle seat because I'm, as you heard me say, I'm only 5'2". In my little bratty ass voice, like so sorry for that, by the way. So gave up. I was in the middle seat, and it was just there was just a really bad energy, and I don't want to get into like all the details of that. Just as you know, it's ongoing, and
Yeah.
this is probably not the smartest to get into that, but yeah.
I feel like you're vindicated now because
like
it really was everyone thought like, oh, she saw something. She saw something. She's crazy. She's on drugs.
I mean,
like,
I wish
no,
I did.
that's just an expression.
It would have
like,
been
that
way cooler
motherfucker's
if I
not
did.
real. Yeah.
It'd be way cooler if I did.
So she didn't drop any shrooms with Boogie. Okay. So she wasn't dropping. How many damn? God, too many windows. Too many damn windows. So she wasn't dropping shrooms with Boogie, and she wasn't seeing little green men on the plane, right? So I don't know. To answer your question, Maggot, no, I was going to go over the Cheesecake Factory lady. I was going to do that. Was covering it stuff. There, several different creators had covered it. Like I know Leon Lush had done a thing on it. Abba and Preach had done a thing on it. And I thought, well, enough time had passed. I could put my little spin on it. And I was going to do it. And then Trippy Savage pointed out that the whole thing was a skit. And Most Critical had covered it as well. And then like the day later, whatever, I guess he realized or found out. And I didn't know. I didn't see that. I didn't know that. And it was all a skit. It was like one of those TikTok skits, that they do on there all the time where it's like, how to be better people or whatever, right? So yeah, I fell for it too, Damien. It was believable. It was like actually believable. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Does it say more about us that we believed it? Because we've come to a point where we think that that humanity has become that shallow, right? Or does it say more about them as they are really good actors? And so I'm going to say it's probably more of the first than the latter, right? I think it's more of the first than the latter. I think we've become so conditioned to look at society as a whole and just say, God, just like the one we just did with the woman, right? She wasn't tripping balls. She wasn't having a psychological moment. She wasn't having a mental breakdown. She had a disagreement with a person. That I don't know if she was traveling with the person or someone that she was having a disagreement with somebody on the plane, right? And for whatever reason, she used the turn of phrase of that the person was not real, but not real in the context of not a real person, just they were not being truthful. They were not being honest. They were not, I guess basically a decent person. But it was spun because, right, that's what media does. Hell, that's what we do, right? We spin things. Hell, I'm sure I'm guilty of this as well. So I'm not necessarily throwing rocks at nobody here. So anyway, y'all must be tripping. How stupid must y'all feel thinking a restaurant chain called Cheesecake Factory exists? I guess, yeah. What else we got out here? They were debating over Cheesecake Factory or Applebee's, yeah. And the thing about it too, right? Is out here, there was a lot of people that even at that, the whole Cheesecake Factory, that whole thing, right? Dude, listen. The View even covered this, right? And the ladies on The View were talking about how, they like Cheesecake Factory. They like this. They start talking about all these different chains and stuff, right? Because that whole story prompted where there was a list that were generated about what was acceptable restaurants to take women on dates, right? And what was not acceptable. And it's like they were like shitting all over all these restaurants, like they were not acceptable to take women on dates. And I'm like, say what? What? What's wrong with the Applebee's or a TGI Fridays, right? What's wrong with taking someone there, or on the border, or I don't know. I mean, I was just like, y'all ain't. You know what? To paraphrase here, right? Them motherfuckers ain't real, right? That can't be real. That you can't. And I'll just say this: if there were people, I'll say it this way: if there were people who were actually sincere, and when they were compiling that list, if that's actually truly how they believe, then I'm gonna tell you something, guys, girls. You need to take note of these people who were subscribing to that nonsense, and make sure that you put them on the do not fly zone, right? Those are people you do not need in your lives. If they are that messy, man, I just, no. Hang on, Purple's sending me something here. What is this here? Purple's sending me late breaking news story here. What are you sending me, Purple? She sent me a list. I've got the list. Let's take a look at this blessed list here, right? Here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on first date to, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me, helped me on my list. Number 1, Cheesecake Factory. Fuck you. Applebee's, fuck you twice. Chili's, fuck you the third time. Chipotle, fuck you and your mama. Olive Garden, well, now we're going to bring Granny into it because ain't a damn thing wrong with Olive Garden, right? The movies, what the fuck? Movies are a classic first date encounter. Holy shit. Okay, your house, all right, I'm okay with that shit, right? First date on a house, no, right? Any fast food chain. If that's all a person can afford, fuck your granny's granny. How about that? Buffalo Wild Wings. What? Wingstop. Red You motherfucker. Red Lobster was the first place I took my wife on a date, was Red Lobster. Y'all can just suck my butthole juice. A buffet? What's wrong with a good Chinese buffet? What's wrong with you? You guys are not even, you know what? You guys ain't even, these people aren't real. The IHOP, Denny's, the gym would be kind of weird. Church, okay. Listen, there's nothing wrong going on a date to a church, especially if you guys met in the church, right? If this was, if you both are going to the same church and you meet up, whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. Holy hell. Starbucks. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something, right? I'm not a Starbucks fan. I think they charge way too much money for what you get, right? They act like them beans that they grinding up making their coffee with is like gold pressed latinum or something, right? Bunch of darn little Ferengis up in there, just profit. But still, if you wanted to have a coffee date, there's nothing wrong with Starbucks. Ice cream dates. What the hell is wrong with taking someone and going and getting some ice cream as you sit and talk and have this family functions? Okay, yeah, I get that. Movie night, Netflix, Hulu. Okay, that kind of goes back going to the house. So yeah, right. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Well, okay, hang on. So what, you want them to pick you up and just take you like 2 blocks and we got to stop? What? I don't understand that. Bowling? Again, I don't understand. I mean, if that's what, I don't know. Nightclubs. I don't really have a problem with nightclubs because most of the time the music and stuff is in there so loud that you couldn't really talk and understand each other anywhere. So I'm okay with that. A hookah bar. Okay. A bar just for drinks. What's wrong with meeting with someone for drinks, right? I don't understand. Motherfuckers. Oh, hell no, you mother... Hang on here. What? Oh, What the? Hang on, folks. My computer's lost its ever-loving mind. Hang on a second. I gotta bring this back up. I gotta open this image in a new tab because they have done incensed me to hell and back. Right here. You understand? They done incensed me to hell and back. Because we gotta come up in here. I gotta enhance this shit, as they say. Okay. What is that number 27? What is that number 27? You going to take on the Waffle House? Do you not understand that is like a sacred temple? What? What? You get dinner and a show. What? Right there, number 27, completely, totally disavows this entire list. Completely, totally. Even some of the stuff I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. No, okay, the whole list right here, just because they put the Waffle House on here, the whole list is thrown out now. The whole freaking list is thrown out. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not having it. No, they can piss off with that. Freaking Waffle House. Freaking, that's an American damn establishment. What? I don't know who this person was because the Daily Loud blacked out their names, but God save the Queen. Holy shit balls. I don't know what's wrong with a coffee date. Waffle House is a gun and knife show? Yeah. Well, Trippy, that's not the problem. The problem is you said you in Ohio. That's the real issue there, my dude. Straight up. No hate. But let me tell you something. I've known a few Ohioans. I've traveled through that state a few times. Anyway, so what else? I don't know. I'm gonna tell you something right now. The Queen is dead. I hate to break it to you. What do you mean the Queen's dead? Which Queen are you talking about? If you're talking about the one across the pond, yeah, I know. She croaked off, but that's not who I'm talking about. Right? All right. You said God save the Queen? Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm necessarily talking about old Queen Elizabeth. I can co-op, can I not? I'm the prom queen. Yeah, God save medium. There you go. Prom queen. There you go. I'm not for sure what this means. I will say this. I am a fan of this show. I wasn't when it first came out. When this show first debuted on the televisions and stuff, me and the wife tried watching it. We weren't really big fans of it. And then I don't know what season it was. I think it was this last season. Maybe it was that season 4. There was so much hype, or season, I guess it was season 3 because they just had season 4. I'm not sure. Anyway, there was so much talk and hype about whatever. So I sat down and I binge watched everything, and then to get ready for the new season. And I'll just say this, right? I'm a fan of the show now, right? And so, I'm not for sure exactly what this is. Yesterday, the 3rd, 10 o'clock in the morning, Stranger Things, a Twitter account said, yes, I'm busy November. on November 6th. So that will be Monday. So Monday, it's Stranger Things Day, and I don't know if that means that a new episode or the new whatever season is dropping. I'm not for sure what that means. It just says, "See you there, nerds." I don't know. The last season of Stranger Things, Eddie, right? That season really, really kind of resonated with me because Eddie, the character Eddie, reminded me of my best friend in high school. And he was just like him. My best friend's name was Roger. And the Eddie character was Roger, right? I'm sure ever Gen Xer like myself, right, that grew up in the 80s, when they watched this series, there are people from their lives, right, from that period of time when we were teenagers and stuff, where we see these guys and we're like, oh yeah, that was such and such, and that was such and such, right? And so Eddie, like I said, spoke to me because of my best friend Roger. And sadly, when I graduated high school, my family relocated and left Arkansas, and we relocated, and it started me moving and living all over the United States, basically. Well, not all over, but more of the central part. Like I lived in Illinois, and I lived in Indiana, and then I lived in Louisiana and stuff like that. And I lost track of Roger, and I lost track because back in that day there was no. There was no internet, there was no social media, there was no cell phones, there was none of that stuff, right? And so Roger went on and did his stuff, I went and did my stuff, and then in 2005, I believe it was when I was able to bring, me and my family moved back to Arkansas, me, my wife, and my two sons. And I was able to reconnect and find Roger. And, we got to kind of catch up and what have you. And then sadly, he passed away suddenly from an aneurysm. And he's been gone now for, probably about 10 years, I guess, something like that. And so when I watched the last season of Stranger Things and the Eddie character, it just kind of, because it kind of brought it all back up, it kind of brought, and there was good memories. There were some sad memories, but there was some good memories too, and stuff. And so I'm a huge fan of this show now. So I'm not for sure exactly what this means. I don't know if there's like a countdown maybe to get ready for the next season, whatever, but I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, I'm looking forward to this, and we'll see what happens. Let's see here. That's all I have for today as far as subjects and stuff. But if anybody wants to call in real quick, I'll take a few calls. If you guys don't want to call in, then I'm probably going to call it a day. I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. As you can see, right, we're basically $96 away from having a full 5 nights of Five Nights at Freddy. I had saw another streamer that I watch occasionally, DeadOnDave, was doing a thing with the that game Scream, which was what kind of started all of this off. Thank you so much, Purple Paw Prince. She had sent that little whatever, and it scared the ever-loving water out of me. But anyway, he was playing that game. And he had a heart rate monitor I think he has like a smartwatch, and so he had a smartwatch. But anyway, he was able to tie it in, and he had his heart rate on his screen while he was playing the game, so people could see his heart rate. So I thought, man, that would be kind of cool to get stuff like that if I'm gonna start doing these games and stuff that you guys like to watch me get. So I've ordered a heart rate monitor, and I got the information from him about what to do to get it, so I'm going to try to integrate it and get it set up. And so when we do the Five Night Freddy, I get the crew back together, we do the Phasmophobia and stuff. You guys will be able to watch my heart rate. And so if I stroke out or have a cardiac arrest or whatever, you guys will be able to see me flatline on screen. And so I thought that would be a better immersion for you guys, because I know the whole goal is to kill the old man. So anyway, all right. So I got a caller. Let's see what's going on this morning there, Voltage Mike.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, awesome. Cool. The mic's coming through. How's it going, Peepaw?
It's going good, man. How's it going with you?
It's going all right. Just I got the day off today, so got up early in the morning to catch the coffee with Peepaw and all that fun stuff.
Cool. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that.
One thing I wanted to add about that like fake Cheesecake Factory story, it was a point that I saw someone bring up on another live stream that I think is it holds some validity, is the fact that she was rolling down wasn't she? I don't know. She was like rolling down the window in the car, and that means that the keys probably would have had to have been in the ignition still. You know what I'm saying? Like with how some newer cars are and like electronics.
Yeah.
And
Well,
stuff.
okay. So yeah. So yes, because once one of the doors are open, the circuit is broken, right?
Yep.
So it wouldn't let the window down. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a little tidbit. When I saw that, I was like, okay, and I thought maybe it was fake. But nah, aside from that, I really don't have much else to add. If it's cool with you, I was just gonna plug my YouTube channel real quick. I started trying to do some more live streams lately. You can check me out, Voltage Mike on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, just for anybody, I've already seen some of the people in this chat stopping by, and I appreciate all that stuff. And I'm just kind of doing the rounds on the internet, trying to shout it out a little bit, get the word out there, and yeah.
Cool deal. Well,
That's
good
really-
luck
that's
with
really
that.
about it.
I wish you well. Hope you're very successful, my dude.
Thank you very much, Peepaw. I appreciate you, man. Have a good one, bro.
Have a great day, bud. Talk to you later.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got. Is this Shry? How you doing? Is this Shry?
Yep, it is.
How you doing, dear?
I'm doing well. Just a little bit tired from work and so too.
Sure.
Yeah. So could be very fun to say hello at least, and even talk about a little bit. I bet you guys wonder what I am working with, right?
Sure.
Well, what I'm working with is gonna be a surprise to most people. It's gonna be like, oh, you're working with that. So I'm working with e-shopping, which most people be like, e-shopping? Well, what I do is basically packing orders and so too, and service and so too. That's all. But people, I have some confession to you.
Okay.
So
Well, confession, they say, is good for the soul. So,
well, confession. Well, you see, I have a commission I'm making right now.
Oh,
so yes.
Is this from Reese? Is this Reese's commission?
Yes. Oh yes.
I can't wait to see it, because
boy,
I am a sexy devil. So,
well, you are a sexy foxy. I gave you the name,
exactly,
the silver fox.
I tell you what, you make sure that you have me and Max in the best possible gay lover light that you can. So there you go.
Oh yes, I will. And it's Curse, of course. But I'm thinking a bit. I need to find a title. You're from Southern, or most people say you're fake Southern. But I feel like I need a really good name. I don't want to have Blow with the Wind, with the film title. So, but I feel like I have another title, before the picture I made of D-Max and the other person,
Mm-hmm.
but I felt like I need some Southern. Do you have a suggestion of it?
Something that's Southern?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to me, the things that would be Southern, right, would be like, oh, let me think. Boy, you can't put me on the spot. Because when you say Southern, right, depending on what Southern you're talking about, because the South is
American Southern, would I say?
Yeah, I get that, but
Yeah.
but like for example, right? So, what's Southern to say, like an Arkansan, like myself, can be one thing, right?
Yeah.
Like Southern.
You can take your state more likely.
Okay,
if it
so
is more easy.
for me, Southern to me is like a RC cola and a moon pie, biscuits and gravy, peanuts in your Coke, that type of stuff, right? So to me, that's to me is quintessential Southern. That's stuff that I grew up with as a child. So to me, when you say Southern, that's it, right? Southern is also, like in a tire swing as a kid, and the night's coming in or whatever, right? Sun setting, and you hear the whippoorwills calling, or the crickets and stuff start chirping because nighttime's coming, or like lightning bugs dancing in the field. That to me is what Southern is. So
Okay, good. Because I'm reading the chat right now. Someone wrote "Gone Down South." Well, I don't know. I had that thought too, but I felt like, nah, it needs to be a little more catchy in this frame, more likely to make it more cursed, And I mean, if you think about it, who lives in the South too? Of course, D-Max too in Florida.
Exactly, but
So,
see, that's a
yes.
different South. So that's Florida South. See, that's what I'm
It
saying.
is.
There's so much diversity among, like, if you go to Georgia, like things to that, and like if you go to Georgia, well, it's going to be peaches, right? Because peach pie, Georgia peach, right? Pecans, even. Each state in the South, Mississippi is known for like, they're known for like what they call like just cooking, Southern cooking, Mississippi mud pies, and Mississippi pot roasts, and like I'm saying, I mean, the biggest thing I can tell you that the Southern people are really known for is two things: food and hospitality.
Okay.
That's the two biggest things. So I mean,
like my state, more likely. We are, very friendly and so too. And most people are very known that I speak. If you notice in my dialect, I have a little more with which is the most common. I have like kör med bröd. Yeah, you'd be like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Or, for example, in southern Sweden, for example, or Skåne, they have a phrase of one thing. Say it is bread, but it's called bög. But bög is in catchphrase of gay in Swedish. But bög means bread, more likely. It sounds so silly, but they have a very different dialect because they are very close to Denmark. They're using a lot of that, more likely.
Yeah.
But good. I have a lot of things to use this, and oh God. Squashin, no feeder of the curse art. Do it. Feed it. We're gonna feed it all. Gonna make it sore. No, Tuya, I'm not from Skåne. I'm from I would say middle of Sweden, very close to Norway. But I won't say it because if I say it, everyone's gonna be like, heart of Sweden. It is called like that, or more the state of it.
Sure.
With Anyway, I'm gonna hop off and do my artwork. So you have a nice day.
I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to what you come up there for Reese. Okay.
Oh yes, take it easy.
Yeah. And hopefully you can
Bye-bye.
be around a little bit more, because you have been missed, my dear. You have been missed.
Yeah, I know. I can, however, say I am working a little bit about one video right now too as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Has to do with commentary.
Oh boy. So.
Ooh. Oh yes.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, yes. You guys take it easy. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you later. What's that? Just Riv and D-Max making out with Maggot pouring RC on both of them. Sure. I mean, here's the. I don't care. Brokeback Mountain Commentary 2 edition. Yeah, sure. Just can't quit you. There you go. Just put them in a Waffle House. There's an idea. Sure. I don't know. Like I say, I know Reese, you know, he came to me and he asked me, he said, hey, would you, I don't care. I listen, guys, I don't have much of an ego. I really don't. I don't have much of an ego. I'm not, what you see is what you get, pretty much with me. So I'm a bottom. Why does there have to be tops and bottoms? Why can't they just be simultaneous? I don't understand. Right? That's the best joke you've told all day. Well, if that's your claim to fame, Maggot, then I guess whatever. Anyway, no, I don't have an ego. I really don't. I don't. So, is Peepaw a cowgirl? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So. All right. Well, listen, I hope you guys had fun today. Thanks for the callers. I appreciate it. I'm a glazed donut. That's exactly what I am. I'm a glazed donut. So, like I say, there's, if you are inclined and you haven't seen, like I said, you can go check out Xylie's stream. Part 1 is up from last night. I guess when she wakes up, whatever, she's going to fire up one and finish it up and do part 2. If you're so inclined and all that stuff, I'm not really per se. So, but it seems like a lot of people are. So, go support her. I personally disavowed her. I disavowed her. I disavowed the stream. Disavowed the whole situation. And, but anyway, that like I said, it is what it is. So, I think I'm going to just disavow everybody. That way I cover all my bases, right? I just disavow everybody now, in the future, in perpetuity. I just disavow, I disavow. So there you go. Hopefully I covered all my bases there, and I can just disavow. So anyway, on that note, we should be doing a stream, clear as mud, tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not for sure who all will be around on as far as the Clear as Mud crew. I don't know if we've even got a topic yet or not. I gotta get with the crew and find out. Like I said, yesterday was I was kind of discombobulated all day yesterday and kind of out of my routine. So, I gotta get with the crew and find out what our plans are for tomorrow evening. Just remember, guys, we are doing recorded episodes over there now as well. And if you would like to get early access to those things, you can become a channel member over there. So you get the access to them a little bit earlier than the rest of the world. I know that normally my Saturdays are members only streams. I give a little extra thing to the members, but I kind of missed Friday, and so I kind of whatever. I will make up members only somewhere. Something I'll do something to get you guys, you members, a little something extra. I'm not for sure exactly what I'll do, but I will I will get something in the hopper there for that. Anyway, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in this morning. Thank all the callers. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go make me some breakfast and have some more coffee. And until tomorrow evening, remember, guys, to keep your powder dry and to look for me in the funny papers.
You don't know what I've become. Can't you